Welcome to today's discussion on managing anxiety and depression with CBD. It's a topic gaining a lot of traction, and we're here to explore it. What initially drew you to this subject?
The sheer number of people struggling silently, anxiety and depression are, pervasive, and the search for effective natural solutions is incredibly important.
Absolutely. And CBD seems to be emerging as a potential player in that arena. But is it truly effective, or is it just hype?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The research is still ongoing, but there's enough promising data to warrant serious consideration.
So let's dive into the science. How does CBD actually interact with the brain to potentially alleviate these conditions? Many people are familiar with the endocannabinoid system, but can you explain its role in mood regulation for our listeners?
The ACS is like the body's internal balancing system. It regulates various functions, including mood, sleep, and pain perception. CBD interacts with receptors in this system, potentially helping to restore balance.
Right. So it's not about directly treating anxiety and depression, but rather about supporting the body's natural regulatory mechanisms?
Precisely. It's a subtle but potentially powerful approach. Think of it as helping the body's orchestra play in harmony rather than trying to conduct it yourself.
That's a great analogy. And what about the role of serotonin? We often hear that linked to mood.
CBD's interaction with serotonin receptors is another area of interest. It's believed to influence serotonin levels, which are crucial for mood regulation. But again, more research is needed to fully understand this interaction.
It sounds like a complex interplay of systems. Let's shift gears and talk about the different types of CBD products. We often hear about full-spectrum CBD and CBD isolate. What's the difference, and does it matter for effectiveness?
The key difference lies in the presence of other cannabinoids and terpenes. Full-spectrum CBD contains a wider range of compounds, leading to what's known as the entourage effect.
The entourage effect. Can you elaborate on that?
The idea is that these other compounds work synergistically with CBD, potentially enhancing its therapeutic benefits. Isolate, on the other hand, contains only CBD.
So full spectrum might be more potent due to this synergistic effect?
That's the prevailing theory, yes. But again, more research is needed to definitively prove it. It's a promising area of study, though.
It seems like choosing the right type of CBD is crucial for optimal results. Let's move on to dosage and usage. How does one determine the right dosage of CBD? Is there a one-size-fits-all approach?
Absolutely not. Dosage is highly individualized. It depends on factors like body weight, metabolism, and the specific product used. Starting low and gradually increasing is generally recommended.
And what about different methods of consumption? Oils, capsules, edibles, do they affect effectiveness?
Yes, the method of consumption can influence how quickly and how effectively the CBD is absorbed into the body. Oils tend to be absorbed more quickly than edibles, for example.
So it's a matter of experimentation to find what works best for each individual.
Exactly. It's a personal journey of discovery, and it's important to listen to your body and adjust accordingly.
And what about potential side effects? Are there any risks associated with CBD use? Are there any significant side effects associated with CBD use?
Generally, CBD is considered safe, but some people may experience mild side effects like fatigue, drowsiness, or changes in appetite. These are usually temporary and dose-related.
So it's important to start with a low dose and monitor for any adverse reactions?
Absolutely. And it's crucial to choose high-quality products from reputable sources. Look for third-party lab testing to ensure purity and potency.
That's excellent advice. And what about interactions with other medications?
This is a critical point. CBD can interact with certain medications, so it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional before using CBD, especially if you're on other medications.
So a conversation with a doctor is a must before starting any CBD regimen.
Definitely. It's not a replacement for professional medical advice. It should be considered a complementary approach, not a standalone treatment.
Let's talk about the scientific evidence supporting the use of CBD for anxiety and depression. What is the current state of scientific research on CBD's effectiveness for anxiety and depression?
The research is still ongoing, but there's a growing body of evidence suggesting that CBD may have therapeutic benefits for these conditions. Many studies show promising results, but more large-scale, well-designed trials are needed.
So it's not a definitive yes yet, but the early findings are encouraging?
Exactly. It's a promising area of research, and the results so far are encouraging, but more research is needed to confirm the findings and establish clear guidelines for usage.
And what about the long-term effects of CBD use? Are there any concerns about long-term safety?
Long-term studies are still limited, but the available data suggests that CBD is generally well tolerated, even with prolonged use. However, more research is needed to fully understand the long-term effects.
So it's a case of ongoing research and monitoring for long-term effects?
Precisely. It's important to stay informed about the latest research and to consult with a healthcare professional if you have any concerns.
Let's shift to some frequently asked questions about CBD. Many people wonder about the legality of CBD. Is it legal everywhere?
No, the legal status of CBD varies from state to state and country to country. It's crucial to check the local laws and regulations before purchasing or using CBD products.
And what about using CBD alongside prescription medications? Are there any potential interactions?
Yes, CBD can interact with certain medications, so it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional before combining CBD with other medications.
So always check with a doctor before combining CBD with other treatments?
Absolutely. It's crucial to prioritize safety and to ensure that there are no potential adverse interactions.
That was a great discussion. Thank you for sharing your expertise and insights on this important topic. Remember, always consult a healthcare professional before starting any new treatment, including CBD.